Now, back out to Memorial Stadium for more of the Husker Countdown pregame show on 90.3 KRNU.
For Husker Countdown, I'm Tommy Rezach. It's no secret Nebraska has a rich history of great running backs. Names like Mike Rozier, Amon Green, Calvin Jones, Ken Clark, and Corey Ross will be remembered for years to come. But in more recent history, this guy...
Roy, hello! Hello! Goodbye!
This guy...
Burkhead a nice move! Burkhead up the sideline! Touchdown!
And this guy... carried on the legacy of being a Husker running back. They were what some would call premier backs, the clear leader. Who's the go-to back now? That was the big question after Amir Abdullah was drafted last year. Though Terrell Newby was the leader in 2015, rushing for 765 yards and 6 touchdowns, the 5'10", 200-pound senior from Los Angeles was not an every-down back last year, but he still had his time to shine.
Newby on the draw. He could go. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Whenever Newby struggled, offensive coordinator Danny Langsdorff and running backs coach Reggie Davis turned to this guy.
Zigbo is the running back. He'll hit the edge at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Or this guy.
There goes Andy Janovich! His first career touchdown will tie the game!
There was also a Monty Cross, who had the second most rushing yards last year and saw a lot of action, but he has since graduated. But Zigbo averaged 5.5 yards per carry last year and shined in the Foster Farms Bowl, rushing for 87 yards on 21 carries. With Janovich also graduating, the Huskers are searching for someone else to keep running the coveted and newly restored fullback trap play. That guy could be sophomore Harrison Jordan. But Janovich says there's some others competing hard to reprise the fullback role.
Harrison right now, I think he's got the lead role, but I know they're moving a few guys around, Luke McNitt being one of them. He fits the type of fullback. I mean, he's a big guy, low to the ground. Another guy would be Mitch McCann. Curious to see how he does this year too.
Langsdorff says the junior UNK transfer McNitt adds depth to both the tight end and fullback spot, and he could be a player to watch. As for running backs, Nebraska lost a key weapon in Cross, but 3 talented backs return, ready to carry the load. The senior newbie believes competing with his teammates helps him become a better player.
It's always been competition since I've been here from day one, either for number 1 spot, number 2 spot. That's just how the room is always going to be, no matter what. It's always going to be competition, so it only gets us better, and I feel like we feed off that.
Zigbo, meanwhile, hopes to see more of a starting role this year after piling up 209 yards on 38 carries in 2015.
That's definitely the plan, definitely the goal, so we got to make the most out of all the reps I get. So I'm just trying to capitalize on the opportunities.
And then there's Wilbon. Langsdorff and Coach Davis have both sung his praises this spring.
Mikhail's come along and pushed those other two, and those other two have had more carries and more time last year, but I think Mikhail's making a push too.
Wilbon believes his speed and quickness could separate him from the pack after he only touched the ball 9 times last season.
For me to separate myself from the other backs, I do everything well. I catch the ball out the backfield, I could line up at slot, I could run the ball.
For the second straight year, no running back has emerged as the clear leader. But Coach Davis, Langsdorff, and head coach Mike Riley are all pleased with the progress the backs made this spring, and they expect the exciting competition to continue when fall camp starts in August.
We've just rotated them. They've all had good days. They've had their moments, but that's a solid group right now of tailbacks.
I really like all 3 of them. I kind of expected what we'd get from Newby. Obviously, with what Devine did last year and how he finished, had a good feeling about that, but the pleasant part here has been Wilbon. He fits right into the mode of those guys, and I'm excited about that, and I think that the position of fullback is good for us right now, too.
For Husker Countdown, I'm Tommy Rezach.
Stick around. More pregame coverage is next on the University of Nebraska's radio station, 90.3 KRNU.